We can also think of somebody like Joseph. Remember Joseph? Joseph, the son of Jacob. Remember what happened to him? He had to endure, number one, rejection from brothers. Then from there, he went to prison. He had again to wait for a long time in prison, suffering, until someday he gets himself into the palace. We also remember somebody like David. David was a young guy, a shepherd. But remember what God does? Even after killing Goliath, we know that he became king, yes. But even being chosen for him to one day settle, and therefore we have the Davidic dynasty that we learn through up to today. He had to endure and to wait for God's time. Remember, even after being chosen, he had to learn for his life. Always from Saul, time to time, always facing danger every day. Even Jesus himself, we know that for him to even start his ministry, even as God, as the Son of God, he had to wait for that years. No, sometimes this that we refer to as God's time is the best. I can actually say truly, we may not understand with our human thinking, but let us just agree that God's time is the best. I remember this guy called Jimmy Gate. You know Jimmy Gate? The guy who sang the song Tiganengai, Tiganengai ningepatwa na muhadhara. He also sang another very beautiful song. I'm not good in music, but maybe I can give you a stanza of the song. I love it so much. It went like siku moja nilikuwa na shida fulani, nikaona niombe usaidizi kwa bosi fulani, rafiki yangu, tumejuana naye kwa muda mrefu. Simu yake ilikuwa iko mteja, kwa hivyo nikaenda kwa ofisi yake, nikaambiwa nitoe kitambulisho na nikaangaliwa kama niko na bomb. Something like that. A good song that says towards the end, you can go search for it. It's called Appointment. That in God's place we don't need any appointment. You just have to kneel, close our eyes and call to him. Now this Jimmy Gates, I want to look at the acronym GATE. And the GATE, it says, stands for God acting in time. So God acts in time, Jimmy Gates. So this issue of God and time, for me, is very unique and very important. And that's why today I have some few lessons that we can learn about God's time. And it has been captured so well about time in everything. You remember Mhubiri, Koheleth. Ecclesiastes captures it so well. In Ecclesiastes 3, chapter 3, verses 11. Maybe I let me lead and maybe we hear what he says. Then we can go into the lessons one by one and see what we can deduce about God. God's time is the best. So, Ecclesiastes, that is chapter 3, verses 11 and 12. So, verses 11. God has made everything appropriate to its time. Appropriate to its time. But has put the timeless into their hearts, so they cannot find out from the beginning to the end the work which God has done. The timeless. I recognized that there is nothing better than to rejoice and to do well during life. To recognize that there is nothing good than to do well in life. And for this sake, I want us to go into God's time is the best.